is live. It says you're live. Hello, beautiful people. It's Bonnie Gillespie, and we are going to use your moons today. We are going to go through the June 2026 calendar, and we are going to put it together. We are going to use our fun, colorful office supplies. We are going to use our June 2026 at a glance calendar, and we are going to plot all of the energies that the moons will be bringing to us. And I know it's only one moon, I know, but each time the moon moves into a new phase or a new sign, it's kind of like a whole new thing. So it's use your moons, plural. It just is. And we're going to have a lot of fun doing this. I do this every month. You can always keep up with when I will be doing this and other live streams and other things away from YouTube. Over at bonniegillespie.com/events. That calendar has been updated, I think, through to the 1st of July. Have you hugged yourself today? Even if you have, do it again because it feels good. Whew, last full day of Taurus season. Taurus season has been so yummy. Have you enjoyed Taurus season? I have. I've enjoyed the slowdown. We needed that because April was a whole thing. And I know Taurus season started in April, but April was very Aries. Very, very Aries. Oh, okay. So now we're about to get into Gemini season here as we are doing this, but we're going to be talking about June, which is Gemini season plus Cancer season, mostly Gemini season. You need your supplies, and your supplies include these. Oh, I'm missing green. Where'd you go, green? All right. Don't want to miss you. Okay. We need, technically, we don't actually need yellow. We need orange and pink and green and purple and blue. And we also need black. So these are the ones that we're going to be using. These are the chart harmony colors. And if you want more information about how we get to the colors or what all that means, I have a link in the description of today's not Zoom live stream to Chart Harmony 101, which is how you get the basics of all of these colors, how we get there. And if you're like, I don't actually care how we get there, Bonnie, just show me where the colors go. I got you. That's what we're going to do today. I also do bring the yellow because I will use it for a couple of things. And I also bring a regular ink pen because I'm going to be writing on all the things. And thank you for saying hello in the chat. Hello, replay crew. It is always good to see y'all in replay. Please make sure you drop me an emoji for how you are feeling in the comments about the month ahead. How are you feeling about June 2026, not yet knowing what it's going to be about? I can give you a little hint. It's actually going to be the last really clean woo weather month of 2026. I did say that. Yeah, July starts off with a bang, and it may be quite literally. Yeah, that early July woo weather is a lot. So we need this June. We need this calm. And if you need to let me help you create some calm, I can do that. I am running a sale right now on my one-on-one astro-informed coaching. I would love for you to check that out. I will also have the link for that in the description as this video continues to evolve and the live stream lets me know what other kinds of links I'm going to drop in the description. Let's say hello to our live chat. Numerology of June 1st, please. Yes, Deb, I got you. I will do that. Hello, Rain. So excited too. Best birthday gift to listen to Bonnie talk about the moons. Rain, happy birthday. Happy solar return. So excited for you. Hello, Holly. Good to see you as always. May Taurus is the best Taurus. Yeah, it's true. It's really true. It's really true. Happy birthday. Lizzie Lee, I just replied to one of your comments. So good to see you. Welcome. Yep, ride that wave. You got it, Deb Marie. You got it. All right, it would not be a live stream if I'm not messing with my hair. All right, as always, we start off our Use Your Moon session with a check of the divination dice because I want to see, is my overhead camera not connected? It's not. I gotta holler at my husband. Hey, hon? Yeah. You disconnected my overhead camera. My husband was futzing in here with cables, And I think we got a disconnect of my overhead camera because this is not connected. So while he gets that reconnected, I hope he can do it while I'm still live streaming. I hope I don't have to stop the live stream and start it over again. That would suck. Oh, look, you can actually look at this. It's like subliminal advertising going on behind my little. That's cute. Okay, so I will show you this. This is the current woo weather. This is where we are right this second.
How did that happen?
Well, you came in and you futzed with cables when you said that the backup was no longer connected.
Okay.
And in your.
Okay, hang on. Let me check it.
Okay.
I'm going to check cables.
Apparently, we're going to check cables. Yeah, I was going to keep talking while you do that. Do I need to move?
No, you're good.
Okay. All right. So this is the woo weather of the now. We are in last. Oh, hello, Mala. Hello, Mala Beads. Thank you for joining us. In the sunny spot. You found that sunny spot. Yeah, Daddy's doing things. Yeah. I know you got sleepy face. That little boy got sleepy. Are you sure you don't need me to move?
Yeah.
All right. We are at late degrees of this sun in Taurus. Beautiful sun in Taurus is finishing up the job of all of that. Oh, my husband is messing with my lighting reflectors and he's messing with my things. This is where you get to see me being tortured. My husband is messing with things that I have in place for a reason. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is torture. You're getting to watch me be tortured now. If we completely disconnect from the internet through this, well then, you know, we're getting used to what the ahead times are going to be. I still do not have that camera yet. Okay, it might take a little while. Does it have to wake it up? Does it use a clapper? So we are in that last degree of sun in Taurus, enjoying. Don't try to put that back. Don't even try to put that back. That's no. How do I get this?
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay. Well, you were standing there like you were done. Okay. But Mars just entered Taurus, and this is very exciting. Yeah, Mars is in Taurus. Very exciting because this gives us a little slow burn on that anger, a little slow burn on that action-taking, very determined to go make things happen Mars, which has been in Aries and doing all of the most of the things. Like, it's just that, boy, that Mars-Saturn conjunction was so much. But now we have the separation of Mars from Saturn by a whole. Okay, y'all, seriously, I may have to just stop this live stream altogether because he is, like, even if the camera comes back, it's now going to be pointing at my toes. Okay, all right, okay. Keith is very not happy with what's happening with technology around here. We got the moon in Cancer. Got the moon in Cancer right now. So enjoy all those feels. Yes, you are feeling all the emotions, and no, they are not all yours. Feel them anyway. Feel them anyway. It's good for you. We still have a full 6 weeks of Jupiter in Cancer. That is the Beyonce placement for Jupiter. So let's enjoy that. It is the irrational optimism that exists around all the chaos that's happening right now. When Jupiter moves into Leo at the end of June, we get some of that rough astro that I was talking about that starts off July of 2026. Because of Jupiter magnifying things and amplifying things in the fixed signs, and especially in the early degrees of fixed signs, you know, like where Pluto's hanging out, you know, like where, who else is over there in some fixed signs, in early degrees. Oh, right. We get our nodes moving into late degrees, but still we get our nodes moving in July into those fixed signs, Aquarius and Leo. That's going to do a lot. That's going to do a lot. We're going to have some really interesting woo weather. And then we get Chiron moving into Taurus. That's the other thing that's moving into early degrees, fixed signs. I'm now going to pause again and check with my tech support for what's up.
So I don't know why it's not showing up in Minicam.
Okay.
And I don't have the ability to play around with it while you're working.
Great.
So
no use your moons today.
Sorry, everybody.
I brought all my highlighters. That's a Sharpie.
Not a highlighter.
That's a Sharpie.
Everything else on the desk is a highlighter, though. Oh no, sorry. Ballpoint pen.
Ink pen, not ballpoint. Honey.
Okay, sorry. You decide what to do.
I decide what to do because it's not going to be tech. Shoot! Well, y'all, what do we want to do? I mean, I guess I could try it in Canva. Could I? Do we pivot? Do I go into Canva and try to use tech instead of my old-fashioned thingies? That's how how I am with my husband when he messes with my stuff. I mean, seriously, right? Seriously? What do you mean it's already on, Liz? You can see my my papers. You can see, hang on, I'll turn that camera on again. It says camera not connected. You're telling me you can see it? I think you cannot see it. I think you were seeing my screen share, which that's not a different camera. That's just a share screen. But I have a second camera for my overhead, my cooking show camera. And that one actually says is not connected, huh? All right. No, that's okay. That's okay. I don't, no apologies necessary. I just wanted to make sure, because if you were actually seeing my paper and I'm just not a problem, because I can just write on my paper and we don't have to like even stress. By the way, pivot is peak Gemini season tactic. Let's do it. Let me log in at Canva. Hold, please. Will I get a copyright strike for doing hold music? I don't want to do that. All right, where do I want to go in order to give let's do make a copy. Sure. And we're going to call this let's see. Okay. Use your moon's demo calendar. All right, open that. I know I'm not sharing my screen yet. You need Jeopardy music. Okay, what's the category? Married for 20 plus years for 1,000. Yes, everybody who's long-term relationship totally saw that. Like, he's touching my stuff. I seriously, I know it doesn't even matter because this camera is not on, but I have to. I had like, these are light bouncers, and he moved them. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I am going to move some things around. I know I'm still not sharing my screen. Y'all are very patient. In the time code that I do, I will be sure to put an exact time code for this moment so that this can be all zoomed past. Okay, yes, let's take all that. Let's then come on Canva faster. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all of this. That is what is slowing this down. I know y'all are so into this because I'm not even sharing my screen right now. I mean, I could share my screen if you wanted to see the back end of my Canva, but which you're gonna see in a minute. Yes. July may very well start with a big boom. Holly, it's true. It's like, and we'll start feeling it at the end of June. We're going to be like, what is this thing we're hurtling toward and why is it so extra? And we got some, I'll just go ahead. Now I don't even need this to go over here. I can put it right here. We're building, once Mars moves into Gemini at the end of June, we are building to a conjunction between Mars and Uranus, which is always explosive. Now, Mars conjuncts Uranus every 2 years because it takes 2 years for Mars to go all the way around the chart through all the signs. And that happens regularly, but not in Gemini. This is going to be first big Uranus Gemini situation that we're talking about here. All right, so now I'm going to put this here. I know y'all are not seeing anything and I'm talking out loud about what I'm doing on my screen and it's super exciting. But y'all, we're going to do it. We are just going to have a time. We're going to do it. Here we go. I know. Sharing El Screeno. We are going to Canva it. And by Canva-ing it, we are not going to get to do the cool things like throw the dice, use the highlighters, use the air. Like, I'm going to have to. We're pivoting. This is it. This is it. We're going to see how this goes. All right. Excellent. Y'all, the very first thing is Deb Marie would like to know, what is the numerology of the first day of June? And I'm so glad you asked. I'm happy to tell you. We start the month on an 8 numerology. I've got to put my cheat sheet at my eye line. Let's see if this works. Hang on. Y'all, I am improvising my booty off. Okay. Oh, by the way, there is an excellent video out there that has gone, I'd say, viral. My friend Ebony Bledsoe, Homegirl Astrology. Y'all have seen me, heard me recommend her before. She's amazing. Her YouTube video on how each of our physical traits is ruled by astrological stuff, and like her just deep dive with examples of like, this is what a Saturn forehead looks like, this is what my Scorpio eyeballs look like, boom 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 boom. Like, it is so good. The video is amazing. I will link to it in the description when I go back and edit after this live stream. But wow, she found amazing examples and did all sorts of editing, and I'm like, of course she's got 100,000 views on it, like that. Like, wow, I'm not wanting to snap today. That's interesting. Anyway, Gillespie, pay attention. I was like, I'm never going to edit that much. Like, I just can't, I can't, but I'm so proud of her. Oh my God, it's amazing. Okay, so why did I bring that up? Don't know, but that's okay. You're going to get to watch this process, and we're going to find ways to keep it fun. All right, let me see. So the numerology of June of 2026 begins on an 8-day. It's a 7-month. Now, a 7-month is like, by design, a courage building time. 7 is, bless you, puppy. 7 is cocoon. It's going in, quiet, private, antisocial, just wanting to figure out who am I going to be when this cocoon breaks open and I have wings, which is the 8 numerology, which will be the month of July. I can't with July. Oh my God, July. So anyway, lots of let's take flight, big power energy in July. But for June, the whole month is like it's a more internal, building strength, building courage kind of month. But the 1st of June is an 8-day numerologically, so you are welcome to start your calendar if you keep up with things like the numerology of the day, of the days. Go ahead and start that off on an 8. Also, if you like to color code the days of the week, we can do that. Let's see, what do we want to use for coloring? Do I want to actually color? Oh my God, I'm going to have so many decisions to make. Libra rising does not like all these decisions that I have to make. I can tell you that now. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to go to some effects, and we are going to go to a background, and we are going to give the background of Sunday bright orange. That's a little hard to read. Yeah, this is where you're gonna see me do some like super annoying. Like, this just takes way too much of the time. Doesn't matter. This is the way we're doing it. This is how we do it. We're gonna do it again here because Mars Day. This is how we do it. And I always pick my numbers like this. Okay. Monday is a blue day, so we go with blue. Oh my gosh, I can't even read it because it is so blue. We're gonna go, how about 55? 55. That's my age for 2 more months. I'm 55. Oh my gosh. All right, Wednesday. Pink. All the pink because we are multitasking. And then a background on our Thursday. That's Jupiter's day. Okay, this is where you seriously are going to get to hear me sing my entire live stream. You're welcome. All right, Friday. That's where we get our green. That's some bright green. Let's do it. I don't even have to change the percentages on that because that is, I'm going to change it by 1.99. All right, Saturday. That is Saturn's day. Black. We got to make it so we can see it. I think we are going to keep that up at 66, but we are going to change that font to white so we can see it. We're going to do the same thing for, very good. And then we're going to go back to the effects of that one and turn it up. Oh my God, all of this is so extra, Bonnie. Why are you doing so much extra? Because, just cause, for shiggles. All right, so what is our first thing that we do on our process for Use Your Moon? Step 1, we X out any eclipses. Do we have any eclipses in June of 2026? No, we do not. We do not have any eclipses, so we are done with that. And I will now, let's go. Oh, no. Come here, elements. I want a check. What would a check look like? Perfect. We're going to go with the very first one you give us because I ain't got time to shop. All right. So we have now done step 1 of our process. Check. Next, we put in our new moons and our full moons. Now, we end the month of May with a big full moon. Like, we get 2 full moons in the month of May. So we've just come off a big full moon at the end of May. And that means we're going to go about 2 weeks into June before we get our new moon. And in fact, it is going to be on the 14th. And here we're going to go T for text. Did you know that? You can just type a T. And, oh my God, I did not mean to create that big of a space for all the text. Hey, come back. Come back. Wow. I did not think it was going to make something that big. Yes, your paragraph text. Good job. Let's go with not bold, and let's go with a font that is going to be easier for y'all to see on my shared screen. Oh, let's use my Livia. I do love my Livia. My Livia Livic. But I don't want black. I want Livic regular. Where's my regular? Where's my regular? There you is. Okay. Excellent. Beautiful. All right. So we will go with, and we will now bold you. That's still too extra. All right. But let's make it, let's go for purple. And now we can make it bold. Let's go for blue. Okay. See, this is, I could seriously, I'm going to sit here and do this for 10 hours, this part. Let's go medium. Okay. Oh, y'all. All right. So this is going to be a new moon. Come on. I typed. Let's try it again. New moon in Gemini. All right. So we're going to get a new moon in Gemini. I want this to be 1 point. Y'all, seriously, if I had known I was going to be sharing my Canva, I would have done all these settings ahead of time, but that's all right. All right, so we're going to have a new moon in Gemini on the 14th, and then we are going to have a full moon in, where we go, Capricorn on the 29th. And so on this one, we're going to go full moon. Y'all have to tell me, maybe y'all like this better than my highlighter version. I don't, just because I don't like things being changed midstream without me being aware they're going to be changed. But that has nothing to do with whether I like it this way or not. It's just I don't like things being changed without checking first. I like to know a change is coming. Signal before you change. That's what I want. I want you to signal before you change. All right, I just checked off that we've done our new moons and full moons. Boom. Third step in the Use Your Moons process is putting the arrows on. Oh, good. We get to get another element. Let's go. And now we're not doing a check. Now we're going to do an arrow. And I want, do we want floopy arrows? Bonnie, please do not be fancy. Please do not be fancy. I know you really want to be fancy, but please don't. Just be basic. I know. All right. Basic. Where's my pumpkin spice latte? I'm going to be basic white bitch. There we go. All right. So because we just had a full moon on the last day of May, we are going to go to, let's do a proper angle here. You know what? I think 14 is actually a pretty good one. We are going to be down arrows. Watch that. Boom. And I'm going to do it again. And now we're going to go bum, 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 bum. We're going to copy all that because we're going to do it again. Whoop. That one got a little far out. You get you there, and then we're going to do one more down, and this is the energy moving down between our full moon and our new moon, and that's just to say that the energy is getting quieter, softer, less productive, less growth focused, and more internal. And I think I would like all of these arrows to be a little, see, this actually might be a fun way to do it. Y'all could be in the chat right now saying, oh my God, this is horrible. Or you could be saying, I love it. And I will look at what you've said momentarily. There. Can you see them? Ooh. And they're all the same degree, but they look different. Isn't that weird? Like that. It's like, All right. So now what happens from the new moon? And the new moon happens late enough in the day on the 14th that what happens after that is we get the next day into a situation where we are moving up. The energy starts moving up from there. Dun, 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 because now we're going from a new moon, which is when it is dark, 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 to a full moon when it is brightest, brightest, brightest. So these arrows represent the energy of growth and being focused on building energy, building light. What does that feel like? What does the work that you put into anything feel like? It's going to be, wow, it's actually easier to get things done in a growth direction. Whereas when we're working on the arrows moving down energy, we can find ourselves being exhausted easier. We find things to just be taking a whole lot of our time compared to when we're doing them under the energy of build. Build energy, builds energy. So the build energy builds energy. The rest energy uses energy. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so there are our arrows. We have now done step 3. Boop. That gets another check. And next we're going to do our phases, but I'm going to come off this view for just a moment to check on y'all in the chat because I do see y'all are having some conversation. All right. I love Canva too, Holly. I know. I do. I really do. I have, here's what happened. I was in bad lower back spasmic, oh my God, on the floor with a heating pad pain in the last half of 2019. I was just like, whoa, what is going on? My poor back. And so it was like the middle of the night. All the lights were out. This is pre-mala beads. And the reason I say that after saying all the lights are out, why do I even bring up that it's pre-mala beads? Because Mala's afraid of the dark, so we have night lights now, like everywhere. So it's never fully dark in our home because we have a puppy dog that really does not like the dark. So sweet. So back in 2019, though, it was like all the dark, and I'm on the living room floor on heating pads and pillows and painkillers trying to have my lower back be kind to me. And I'm scrolling on Facebook. This also tells you how long ago it was because I actually still, even though I had no friends on my Facebook account, I would still go into the groups that I was a member of and see like what's going on in the groups. What are we doing? Girl boss, what we up to, girl boss groups, all those things that we did. And somebody had, there was an ad that floated through for Canva templates. And I'm like, it's like $40 for these templates to create workbooks. And I'm like, ooh, I need workbooks for some of the things that I'm doing in our business. And $40, maybe it was even 27, doesn't matter. Whatever it was, I was just like, done, buy it. And so I didn't even have a Canva account, but then I got a Canva account so I could bring in the templates. And that day changed everything, and I will never forget that day because I was just like, what? All the things that my brain goes, ooh, you should do this, instead of having to do type it up, explain it to my team, or hire somebody who might know how to do this, or draw it up on a whiteboard or a piece of paper and show it to somebody and hope that it makes sense. I was like, oh my God, I just get to dive in and do it. And so it definitely changed everything. I love Canva. Yes, excellent. We're just here to hang out with you as we fill things out together. I love you. Thank you. Yes. I don't care if it's taking weird amounts of time. Distribution, LOL. Okay, awesome. Loving this, says Rain. Okay, great. Good. Glad that those of you who are sticking with are here because it's feeling good. That makes me happy in all the ways. Thank you very much for saying so. I do appreciate you. And let me know, Bonnie, I would like this better if you made those arrows smaller or fainter or whatever, looking at it right now, it kind of looks like chaos to me, so I probably will. Let's just go ahead and make them lighter. I think I would like to do that. I think I would like to make them lighter and smaller, but also, Bonnie, you're already halfway through your live stream, and you know you still got some of the biggest stuff to do in the Use Your Moons process. So don't get too precious about it. All right, I hear you. I hear you, brain. Don't get too precious about it. But also, Venus chart ruler. Whoa, she just made them all smaller. Now she's going to make them move over and down again and over. Yeah, she's totally doing that. She's totally doing that. She's totally doing that. She's also going to make them 22, dare I? That's going to be too faint. All right, 33. 33 it is. All right, boom. Gotcha. All right, cool. Let's do some phases. Okay, so we already have the new moon and the full moon in our calendar. We are now going to add things like the coming off the full moon and going down, 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 down. We get a disseminating moon phase, and yes, we get that on the 4th. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to say this is giving us our disseminating moon. That's all we got to do. It's disseminating. And then we're going to say after our disseminating moon, we get a last quarter moon. So that's going to be last quarter. And why do I put a period after quarter but not dis? I don't know. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's be consistent. Then after our last quarter moon, we get the balsamic moon, and this one is like super quiet, quiet, quiet. All right. This one is where we are like, let's get into our magic, please. Okay, yes, thank you. And then we are going to have that new moon, which is already in place, and then we go into a crescent moon, and that crescent moon is there. And then from that one, we're going to get our first quarter moon. No, crescent, yeah, that's right, first quarter moon. But it's going to be here, 1 week after the new moon in Gemini. There we go. Woo, look at all my guides. All right, and that first quarter moon, let's change that to first quarter moon. Yeah. Okay, and then we get a gibbous moon because we're growing, growing, growing. Gibbous moon. And then we have our full moon in Capricorn. And then do we get one more phase before the end of the month? We do not. Okay, that's it. So we now have all of our phases done. Check. Step 4 done. All right, so let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got our 8 phases. We're done. Excellent. It's time for the signs. Woo! Now, I would do glyphs for the signs because that's what I do when I am writing them. But would it help y'all if I do words? Wait, I'm not going to ask for opinions. I'm gonna do glyphs. I'm gonna do glyphs, which means I have to change my font, and that font is Physis, which I love so much. Okay, and then it has to be mucho bigger because it is a very small font by comparison. Oh, that's a lot, but that's good. That's what we want. All right, so we are going to start on a Capricorn moon. Is this my Capricorn sign? It is. Not a huge fan of the Capricorn font. I love this font. I worship this font. But the Capricorn symbol, this is not the way my mom wrote it or the way that I learned how to write it from my mom. Therefore, I'm not crazy about it. Let's just put it that way. All right. And I'm going to also take our Capricorn, take our fonts. Burp, 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 burp. I'm going to make these also a little. Whoa, hang on. Here's something I can do. I can go ahead and make this the color that the colors are going to be. Yes, I can. Oh, she's fine. Except for the ones where there's like multicolor. This is actually going to be kind of neat. All right. Okay, on the 4th, we change from a Capricorn moon to an Aquarius moon. And that Aquarius moon, yeah, we will do colors separately because I actually do have to do something a little more complex with some of this. Aquarius moon That is a Saturn ruled sign, but also an air sign. And then on Saturday the 6th, we move into our Pisces moon. Pisces moon is going to continue over here on the 7th. Oh, I love it when the energy is moving down from that full moon and it's getting quieter, 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 and it's a Pisces moon. It's like, oh, that is so sweet. Take that last quarter moon. Hey, last quarter moon, you move up so we can make room for my Pisces. I want that to be just a little different. Okay, there we go. All right, and then I'm gonna go on the 9th. We change into an Aries moon. Oh, hell yes, we do. Oh, hell yes, we do. And that is the word. It is, oh, hell yes, we do. Aries. Boom. Aries moon. All right. Again, June is a really mild month astrologically, and some of the best days of the month are right here at that last quarter moon as we change into Aries. Like there's a conjunction here between Venus and Jupiter in Cancer, and it's like the luckiest day of the year. So like 8th, 9th, go ahead and put that on your calendar as being seriously some of the best astro of the whole year. We got like really yummy things happening. We move into our Taurus moon on the 11th of June. Come here, that balsamic. This is where my words are just a little, you see. All right, Gillespie, stop trying to get it to do exactly what you want. You would not be moving things around like this if you were writing with your pens. I mean, because I wouldn't be able to. All right, so this one is going to be Gemini. All right, there's our Gemini moon and Gemini season, which is how you know we are moving into that new moon in Gemini. There he is. They happen right there. All right, excellent. Next, we're going to go into a Cancer moon on a moon's day. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Cancer moon on a moon's day. All the blue. Yes, love it. Then we get a Leo moon next. Okay. So get yourself seen. That energy is building off of that new moon. Those arrows are moving up, up, up. All right, and this time I'm going to do it in this order instead of after I've put the glyph. I can learn. All right, and then next we're going to have our Virgo. Oopsie. Okay, you seriously? Why do you want to keep moving when what I want to do is actually type? That is a Virgo. Yes, excellent. Virgo. Again on the 20th. And then I should also note, this is the end of Gemini season, so I'm going to put another Gemini glyph here, but this one is going to be the end of Gemini sun season. Let me actually put a sun. Is that a sun? It is. Okay, excellent. Here we go. That is sun in Gemini. That's going to be the end of sun in Gemini. And then I'm going to take that over here, and we're going to get the start of the sun in Cancer. How do you like it? How do you like it? So far, so good. Okay, great. Then after our, yes, Virgo moon, we get a Libra moon. So let's just copy you. Bring you over here. Now we're getting a little crowded house. That's all right. We could take it. Libra loves a crowd. Libra actually doesn't. Libra likes a partner, not so much a crowd. All right. Then Libra moon on the 22nd, and then we get our Scorpio moon on the 23rd. Scorpio moon looks like, nope. Scorpio moon looks like that. Yes, I have to use like the QWERTY keyboard to remember which glyphs are what. I know, there's that. Okay, then we have Scorpio. Yeah, I was trying to find Chiron. I'm going to be doing a live stream about Chiron next week. Y'all, you will not want to miss this. I am obsessed with Chiron moving into Taurus, which is going to happen in June. It's the first time Chiron's moving into Taurus since Chiron was discovered, because Chiron was discovered in Taurus in 1977, and it is just now going to be back in Taurus for the first time. And so we're getting a preview for like 3 months, June to like September. We're getting a preview of Chiron in Taurus. And so I'm going to be doing a live stream about it. I was trying to find the Chiron key in this, and I'm like hitting every combination because there are so many different things in this font, and it took a minute. But I found it. I eventually found it. And then I was like, oh, I don't really, it's kind of like Capricorn. I'm like, I don't know, Chiron's not actually all that cute in this font. And so I may, in making my slides, because I am building my slides, I may use a different font for Chiron for the sake of the slides for the live stream. I know I'm going to have a live stream with slides. Talk about being prepared, right? Ha ha ha. We shall see. We shall see. Okay. Sagittarius is what we shifted into while I was chatting. And then we are back in our Capricorn for that full moon. And then, of course, that means we are in a Capricorn moon for the last day of June 2026. And with that, we are done with our signs. Y'all, let me check on y'all. And then we're going to do our colors. Oh, and I'm definitely going to need to space out these guys because they are, first of all, they got to be aligned. And then we got to space them evenly. All right. Whew. Okay. I was not going to be able to sleep if I didn't do that. Not that I'm sleeping right now. I'm obviously here with y'all. Okay. All right. Cool. Nothing. What day was balsamic and crescent? I will absolutely come back and give you those. Hello, Lisa. It is so good to see you. We have had to change up how we're doing things because my overhead camera has possibly gone to the other side. I think our overhead cooking show camera has possibly crossed the Rainbow Bridge. We'll find out. Keith is going to be in here futzing with it after the broadcast, but we're doing it within Canva. So glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. Okay, I have no new questions except for getting in on those balsamic and crescent. So here's what we've got. Holly, I think, was that Holly who asked? I think it was Holly who asked. It was Holly who asked. Okay, balsamic is on the 11th at 3:25 p.m. Pacific, if you like the exactitude of the time for balsamic. And the crescent is on the 18th at 1:05 a.m. Pacific. Again, if you like the exactitude of the time. Got all that? Let's do some color coding. Let's do some color coding. All right. I'm looking at these oranges, and to me, these oranges are now looking a little like less orange and more salmon. Yeah, there we go. That's what she wants. That's what she wants. Yeah. Okay. Does anybody else need a tune-up while I'm in there? I think this might need to be white. White. Yes. And then we will get there and we will turn you up. Get that purple up. Be majestic. Do it. Do it, Jupiter. Now we're talking. Okay. So let's do some color coding for all of this goodness. So let's start with the phases. The disseminating gives us a little, let me see. How about, I'll just use my little hearts. I'm going to ungroup for a sec so that I can copy these and embiggen them. Yes, she did. Yes, she did it. Oh, yes, she did it. And then I'll group y'all back together again, just for shiggles. Okay, so this is going to be considered my little palette over here. The disseminating moon gives us a little black energy, and our next one is the last quarter phase. This one is both pink and black. Isn't that the name of a band? Is there Blackpink? Is that like a K-pop band? Is it called a band if nobody plays instruments? I think it's just a group. Okay, not just a group. It's a group. It's a group. All right, balsamic gives us both blue and purple. And technically all moons are blue, but this one's a special. Okay, balsamic. And then the new moon is orange energy because planting seeds, new things. Very good. Crescent moon. That gives us the build energy. Think of the gardener building. Things are starting to sprout from the seeds planted under that new moon. And so the crescent moon phase gives us a green vibe. Then we get that first quarter moon. That one is going to be there. Orange. This is more of like a Leo kind of orange, where the new moon is an Aries orange. The first quarter is like a Leo orange. And then the gibbous moon, we are back to black. We're going to get serious. We're going to put our head down. What else? What other kind of work needs to be done before we get to this full moon? Because once we're at the full moon, that's it. That's showtime. And the full moon gives us a pink and green vibe because it's got the balance of Libra on the seesaw, pink and green. Okay, now let's do the colors of the actual signs of the moons. Capricorn, always black. Daddy Saturn, nice and serious, focused. The moon doesn't really love being in Capricorn, and that's mainly because the moon says this is how I get my needs met, and this is how I feel safe. And Capricorn says there's something to accomplish, there's a ladder to climb, there's work to do. Let's take charge, let's lead. Let's go up the ladder at all times. And of course, that's been weaponized in society and dominant culture, and we could talk about that separately. But in general, Capricorn is not a comfy place for the moon to be because they're kind of doing different things. Capricorn is saying work, 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 and the moon is saying rest, rest, rest. And so that's why we go with that black energy of Saturn, declutter. You see my key up here in my calendar, which there's a link to this version of the calendar in the description of today's live stream. And so that black gives us that declutter energy. And so that's what we get as we start June. And as I mentioned, June is like a very calm bunch of woo weather. It is the last of the calm. May and June, really sweet little woo weather months before we charge into July with, here's how I'm describing that transit as we get into July. Not to get too far ahead of ourselves here. As we get into July, the thing that happens is we get Mars at 3 degrees Gemini, and I just picked the same time of day that it is right now. So we've got Mars applying to Uranus, also at 3 degrees Gemini. And Mars has to like climb over Uranus. And Mars is like all the fire. It is the spark of the flame. Uranus is a warehouse of poorly guarded dynamite that has been waiting. It's like pregnant with anticipation for just give me a reason. Just give me a reason. And then Mars climbs over Uranus on the 3rd of July. Yeah. Yeah. We'll go back to now time. We'll go back. All right, let's get back to use your moons. Okay, now the color for our Aquarius moons, that is both black and pink because Aquarius brings in the air, and air always gives us that pink. So, yeah, I know this is gonna be like all over the place, y'all. It's just gonna be all over the place. All right, then we get our sweet, sweet, sweet Pisces moon, and Pisces is both blue because water sign and purple because ruled. Oh no, I picked up the wrong part of the image. I thought that was locked down. I picked up my grid. This, by the way, the reason that grid is pick upable is because this calendar was created before they had tables or calendars or AI or anything else in Canva. Like all you could do was like basic Canva graphics. And so I had to get the person who created the templates that brought me into Canva. Like she had a Facebook group and everything. So I went and joined the Facebook group, and I said, and I should give her a plug. It's Biz Sister. And it is, I think Biz Club is her group that she now runs off Facebook. After a long time on Facebook, she finally, did like almost everybody has done at this point and say, bye, Meta, we're good. And she runs now a group on like the school platform, SKOOL platform. Anyway, Amber, I said, can I pay you to design a template for a calendar that I can like just change where the dates are, but it is just the grid, because it was so hard to do, because you just had to put these lines and these, like, you had to make boxes by like attaching things to each other. So this is actually still that, even though now I could just go into Elements and say, I would like a calendar for the month of June 2026, and the Canva AI would go, blue, there it is. Would you like this and this and this and this? And I'd go, no, 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 no. Because I prefer to keep using off what I started with, because it works just fine. Anyway, that's that story. Tell it again, Grandpa. All right, so here we go with our purple and blue for Pisces moon here. We also get it again on the 8th, which also gives us a last quarter. So we got all sorts of colors here on our last quarter moon. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna move some things around, get everything to fit. There. Whew. I got a little crowded. Aries. You know what an Aries moon do. Fire. 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 Taurus moon, ruled by Venus. We're gonna do some green. Yes, we are. Ooh, that's so sweet. And now, you remember how I said the moon does not really enjoy being in Capricorn? The moon loves being in Taurus. Like, loves. That's the Beyonce placement. The moon in Taurus says, everybody agrees naps are good. Everybody agrees we should read a book, curl up with a pet, maybe have ice cream for breakfast, relax. Yes, no notes. Gemini moon gets us that pink because air sign. Oh yeah, Gemini season starting up. And now this one, because Gemini goes here. And then we get our Cancer moon, all the blue. That's where we are right now. We are currently Cancer moon here as we are doing this live stream, which means we're feeling all the feelings, not just our own. Feel them anyway. Leo moon, orange, fire, fire, fire. Fire, fire, fire. Like, when in doubt, you could just go with the elements with these, really. Virgo, we're going to go black. And this is not because Virgo is Saturn ruled, because it's not, but it's an earth sign. And earth signs like Virgo, like Capricorn, like Taurus even, tend to do more like roll up your sleeves, be practical, be pragmatic. Like there's not a lot of flourish about it. Taurus is the exception of those earth signs because of that Venus rulership, which says, I deserve luxury, I deserve it all, and bring it. And again, that's part of the also the exaltation, the Beyonce placement, as I call it. But for this Virgo moon, we get into like, okay, let's get serious. And that actually works really well because we're headed into this end of Gemini season, beginning of Cancer season. Let's also give bonus pink for the end of Gemini season and bonus blue for the start of Cancer season. And if you'd like to know the timing of those changes, let me tell you. But let me tell you by looking at a different document, because I don't have it on my aligned hustle calendar. I have it on my handwritten one. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. My handwritten one. That changes at 1:24 a.m. Pacific on the 21st of June. Happy solstice. That is when we get to our Cancer sun. Okay, so that's why I put that there. But that is a Libra moon. So we're gonna have lots of colors on the 21st. That seems about right. We're gonna have one pink for air sign. We're gonna have one green for the rulership of Venus. And now that arrow is harder to see. Let's get it up there. Look at that. Look how she fits it all in. Can't do that if I handwrite it. I know. Pros and cons. Y'all have to let me know. What if this is just the way we do it from now on? I don't know. I like the drawing. Okay, now Scorpio gets complex, because anybody who's ever known a Scorpio is like, tell me something I do not know. Scorpio is both blue for the water, black for the depths of it all, and then a little bit of green. We're going to put, I'm going to actually make that green heart littler, because like that's the vibe. Now we're going to duplicate that whole combo and put it there, and then we're going to do it again. And we're going to move over that glyph. Move over that glyph. There. Oh, how cute are we? Let's go back. Okay. Then we are going to go to our Sagittarius moon, and that gives us an orange and purple. Orange because fire, purple because ruled by Jupiter. Okay. Look, oh yeah, that's yummy right there. Okay. And now we're going to go doop, put it there. And we're going to do it again. All the way over here on the 28th. Okay. Full moon in Capricorn. We got our full moon phase already colored up. We know that Capricorn gets black because we did that at the start of the month. So we're going to do it again. We're going to take that full moon over there so we can see it better. And then we're going to duplicate that black. We're going to put it over there. And then for the fun of numerology, we have an 8. And that 8 is going to be orange and green. So we start our month on an orange and green, and I'm going to actually just take these little guys over here. Okay, we're going to go, this is for numerology, so I'll put it way down here, and then I'm going to make them even smaller so that that's not in your way. If you don't, seriously, why won't we go smaller? Because we just won't work together. Okay, fine. All right, so we're going to put y'all there. For those of you who don't celebrate numerology, it's not in your way. For those of you who do, it's there tucked away in the corner. And delete my key. This is now the color coding of the Use Your Moons calendar for June of 2026. Canva style. Ba-da-da! So, what do we have here? Reminder that seriously, the best astro of the year is here in the 8th and 9th when we have our Venus conjunct Jupiter in the sign of Jupiter's exaltation, which is Cancer. We're in the Beyonce placement for Jupiter until the end of June. And then Jupiter moves into Leo. I will also be doing a live stream about Jupiter moving into Leo and what that year of Jupiter in Leo means to everybody's signs. My team just cut shorts, oh my god, amazing shorts out of all the signs that Uranus in Gemini. I did like a horoscope for every sign for Uranus in Gemini, and that's like what we're going to be living for the next 7 years, and my team cut it into shorts, so I have like a whole playlist of it. Check that out if you've not seen it. Even if you don't watch the whole live stream about Uranus and Gemini, there are shorts for you to go to for your signs. And signs meaning you can use your rising, you can use your moon, you can use your sun, you can check on friends, see what their lived experience is going to be like. Anyway, all that. In general, nice month. We've got energy slowing down as we start the month. Beautiful second week of June with that conjunction between Venus and Jupiter, some of the best astro of the year. Then we move into that balsamic moon, so things are slowing down, calming down, getting a little softer, quieter. We get that new moon in Gemini on the 14th. This is also when Mercury moves back in bounds, because Mercury has been out of bounds. Venus has also been out of bounds as June begins. They both go out of bounds in May, and so then they are going to be out of the rules of how to do things. If out of bounds is new to you, I have a live stream on planets out of bounds. I'll make sure to put that in the description so that you can head over there and check that out after. If out of bounds is, you're like, what is that? Another thing I have to pay attention to? No, I got it for you. I cover it for you. You do not have to pay attention. I've got it. It's on the calendar. Okay, but we also get then, as we're moving into our mid-month, we get Chiron moving into Taurus. That happens on the 19th, which is also Juneteenth. Happy celebration Juneteenth. We are definitely going to have Chiron live stream coming up here on my channel. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. Ring the little bell. Tell it to notify you when I am going to be doing things. But that Chiron one is going to be very soon, and we're gonna have lots to talk about. I'm gonna have slides. We're gonna see if we can get my overhead camera fixed by then. Not that I need it by then, but I'll need it for the next Use Your Moons, unless it's broken, and then we'll just do it this way from now on. Oh my God, that is not the point of this conversation, Gillespie. All right, then as we get to Cancer season, when we get to Cancer season on the 21st of June, woo, we are going to have this shift of energy continuing to move up toward that full moon in Capricorn that we get at the end of June. But we start getting some pressurized energy by the time we're at this big void moon, the 27th, 28th, and 29th. Like, we seriously have a 3-day void moon. It's bonkers. So we have big void moon, 27th, 28th, 29th. It starts late on the 27th. So if you're not West Coast like me, then you may not experience it until the overnight of the 28th. But we get this void moon for a couple days, then the full moon in Capricorn in the evening on the 29th, and we're going to start feeling the pressure. If we're not feeling it already, if you get your woo early like I do, you will already be feeling it, of that experience of the pressure between Mars and Uranus that we'll have perfected by the 4th of July, by the 3rd of July of 2026, when we have that Mars climbing over Gemini experience that I mentioned earlier. You know, that whole fire starter warehouse of really ready to burst dynamite, yay, and fireworks, yay. But on that full moon in Capricorn, we also get Jupiter moving into Leo, because of course we have to have that added fixed sign pressure. And it would not be a great preview into July if I did not include that on the 29th of June, Mercury goes retrograde, because of course it does. Jupiter gets into Leo and immediately opposes Pluto, which is retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde. We're in full moon in Capricorn, so we're feeling that pressure. Full moon is in opposition, and all of it is moving toward Mars climbing over Uranus in Gemini. Yay! Okay, how'd we do? We got our colors, we got our energies. Anybody have any dates that you would like to ask about that you need me to peek at? And this can include anything in the month of May that we still have left, because, you know, we are still in the month of May. And if you want a calendar like this is my Aligned Hustle calendar, and I'll include a link to where you can go to get that. I also have a I just hit myself in the lip. I have a chart harmony calendar that you can get if you do not enjoy color coding yourself. You might want to get mine. I'm happy to give that to you for a low price of, I think that one's $44 a year. The Aligned Hustle calendar is $50 a year. I'll put those links in the description in case you would like to explore any of that. All right. Last call for dates that you need checked upon. And please share with me, what did you think of the Canva version? Like it? Don't like it? Want to do it this way again? Never want to do it this way again? Ambivalent? Agnostic? Feeling like we're heading into Gemini season, so big shrug? Totally fine. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me live. Thank you for pivoting with me, you beautiful, wonderful people. It's always a blast to get to spend this time with you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you to my husband for trying to fix my second camera. And we'll see what happens with that. I see nothing new in the chat, so I'm assuming everybody is okie dokie. All right. Excellent. Take care, everybody. Mwah. Be good to yourselves. I so appreciate you joining me. Until next time, this has been Use Your Moons. You are absolutely welcome. Happy birthday, Rain. Happy birthday. Appreciate you. Take care, y'all. Okay. Bye, Lisa Allen. So good to see you. Everybody, appreciate you being here. Take care. Bye. What do I hit? I'm so confused now because I don't have my usuals. Okay.